Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, my name is Rosie Diary One. I share my personal experiences and helpful content about visa, student life, and living in Portugal. Today, I'll be showing you how to fill out the Portugal National Visa application form step by step. Now, I've seen so many people who give agents ridiculous amounts of money to help them fill out this form. Let me tell you, you don't need to waste your money. It's actually very easy to fill. And by the end of this video, you'll be able to do it yourself without stress. So, let's get in. Before we start, we need to download the Portugal National Visa application form, and you can find it on Google or on the website of the Portuguese Embassy. But we're going to be making use of Google. So let's select, okay. And so go to your browser and type VFS application form for Schengen visa. So let's select this. When you do, this page is going to pop up. It's going to bring you to this page, and you select application form for Schengen visa. So let's do that. Okay, so here is the application form for Schengen visa, and it's of 3 pages. This is page number 1, page number 2, and page number 3. So the next thing is to download this. Just click on download, and okay, let's save it as a visa application form. All right. Okay, let's save it on downloads and saved. Okay, let's go ahead and locate the form we downloaded. Let's click on download. Okay, here, visa application form. Let's click it. All right. Okay. 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 I believe you can see my cursor. So please follow the direction of my cursor. Okay. The first, number 1 is surname, family name. Here you write your last name as it appears on your passport. Then number 2, surname at birth, formal family name. Okay, here, if you had a different last name before, example, due to marriage, write it, or otherwise leave it blank. Number 3, first names, given names. Okay, here, you write your first names exactly as it is on your passport. And number 4, date of birth. Here you write your date of birth and it should tally with the one on your passport. Make sure it tallies with the one on your passport. And another thing is, make sure you write it in this format. That is day, month, year. Write it in this format. Don't mix the order at all. Don't try mixing the order. Number 5, place of birth. Here you're meant to write the exact city you were born. If it is in Enugu, you write Lagos, Abuja, Kaduna, you indicate here, write it here. Number 6, country of birth. Here, you're meant to write the country they gave birth to you. So if you were born in Nigeria, you write it here. If you were born in Ghana, if you were born in Canada, America, write it here. And number 7, current nationality. Nationality at birth if different. Okay, here if you reside in another nationality, you indicate here, you write it here. So and here
If you have a dual nationality, write both here. If you have dual nationality, write both here. Okay. Number 8, sex. Here you indicate if you are a male or a female. Number 9, marital status. You have single, married, separated, divorced, widowed, abi widower, others. Okay. Here, if you are married, you select it. If you are single, select it. And let me also state this. If you are married and you did not select married here, it will definitely affect you. It will affect you, especially when you want to bring your spouse. So if you're married, always make sure you select married. Number 10. In the case of, okay, number 10 is for minors, so we can just skip that. Okay. Number 11, national identity number where applicable. Okay, here you're meant to write your national identity number. For Nigerians, you write your NIN number, your NIN number. You write it here. Number 12, type of travel document. Okay, they have ordinary passport, diplomatic passport, service passport, official passport, special passport. Okay, here you're going to select ordinary passport. Yeah, you're a student, so you'd be given an ordinary passport. So select ordinary passport. Unless you have a diplomatic or a service passport, then you can go ahead and select those ones. Number 13, number of travel documents. Number 13, number of travel documents. Okay, this is where you write your passport number. You're meant to write your passport number here. So write it exactly as it is in your passport. Exactly as it is in your passport. Always reconfirm. Number 14, date of issue. That is the date your passport was issued to you. You write it here. Number 15, valid until. Okay, here they want to know the validity of your passport. That's the date it will expire. You indicate it here, you write it here. Number 16, issued by. Okay, here they want to know where your passport was issued. And this is usually your country's immigration office. For example, if it was issued at the immigration office Enugu, you write immigration office Enugu. If it is in Lagos, you write immigration office Lagos. So you indicate where your passport was issued. Okay. Number 17, applicant's home address and email address. Okay. Here, you are meant to write your full address and your email address and telephone number. Okay, here you write your phone number. And let me also say this, always make sure you provide a valid number and email. This is how the embassy can contact you. So always make sure your number, your phone number and your email address is valid. Number 18, residence in a country other than the country of current nationality. Okay, here, if you are living in a country that is not your nationality, you tick yes and provide details. And you also need to state your residence permit in that country and the validity. But if you are not, then you tick no and move on. So number 19, current occupation. So here they want to know your current occupation. You indicate it here, but if you're not working, just indicate that you're not working. You can indicate that you're a student. Yeah, indicate that you're a student. Number 20, employer and employer's address and phone number, telephone number. For students, name and address of educational establishment. Okay, here you write your employer's full name and your employer's address. You also write your employer's phone number. But for students, you write the name and address of your school here. Number 20, main purpose or purposes of the journey. You have tourism, business, visiting family or friends, cultural, sports, official visits, medical reasons, study, transit. Okay, here they basically want to know the main purpose of your travel, and obviously you are going for studies, so you go ahead and tick study. Okay. Number 22, member state of destination. Okay, here write the country you're going to. Here you write the country you're going to. If you're going to Portugal, you write Portugal. If you're going to Germany, if you're going to Netherlands, if you're going to Poland, you indicate it here, you write it here. Number 23, member states of first entry. Okay, here just write your country of destination. You can just repeat the same country you wrote here. If it's Portugal, you also repeat Portugal here. Okay. Number 24, number of entries requested. Here, just go ahead and select single entry. Number 25, duration of the intended stay or transit. Indicate number of days. Okay, in number 25, you are expected to indicate how long you'd be staying, and you can know this by your course duration. If your course is 2 years, 3 years, you just go ahead, do the calculation and write the number of days. Okay. Number 26, Schengen visas issued during the past 3 years. Okay, here, if you've been issued any Schengen visa in the past 3 years, you tick yes and write the validity. But if you've not, then you tick no. Number 27, fingerprints collected previously for the purpose of applying for a Schengen visa. Okay, here they want to know if fingerprints were collected. Okay, if number 6 is yes, you tick yes, but if it is no, you tick no. Number 28, entry permit for the final country of destination where applicable. Okay, here, well, I just ignore this one because you're a student and you've not gotten the visa yet. Number 29, intended date of arrival in the Schengen area. Okay, here you're meant to write the dates you plan to arrive the the Schengen area. So if you're going to Portugal, you write the date you plan to arrive Portugal or your country of destination, and make sure it is the same with the one on your flight reservation. Number 30, intended date of departure from the Schengen area. Okay, here write the date you'd finish your program. Number 31, surname and first name of the inviting person in the member state. If not applicable, name of hotel or temporal accommodation in the member state. Okay, here write the address of the person if someone is inviting you, write the address, the name and the address of the person inviting you. If not, just write the name of the hotel or accommodation you've booked. And here address and address and email address of inviting person, hotel, temporal accommodation. Okay, you write the address and email of the person inviting you here, but if no one is inviting you, you write the address of the hotel or the accommodation you've booked. here telephone or and telefax, yeah. So here you provide the phone number of the person inviting you, or phone number of the hotel, or the landlord of the owner of the accommodation where you've booked. Number 32, name and address of the inviting company or organization. Okay, here you write the name of your school and the address of your school. For example, University of Lisbon, you write it here, or University of Porto, you write it here. Telephone and telefax of the company or organization. You provide the phone number of your school here. Maybe the phone number, someone that they can reach in your school, just provide the phone number here. All right, okay. Here, surname, first name, address, telephone, telefax, and email address of the contact person in company or organization. Okay, here you basically repeat the same thing you wrote here. Repeat it here. Okay. Number 33. Cost of travelling and living during the applicant's stay is covered by. Here they want to know if the cost of travelling and living is covered by you. If it's covered by you, then tick on covered by the applicant himself or herself. And when you tick on this, you're meant to also tick the means of support with cash, travelers checks, credit card, prepaid accommodation, prepaid transport, others. If you have other means, you specify here. But if you have a sponsor, if the cost of travelling and living during the stay is not going to be covered by you, if you have a sponsor, then you go ahead and click on by a sponsor, and the sponsor can be host, company, organization. So you click on by a sponsor. Then here they say refer to in field 31 and 32. Okay, here they want to know if it's the same person you mentioned in number 31 and 32. If it's the same person, then go ahead and click this. But if it's not the same person, you tick others and specify. And you also need to like specify the means of support. If it's by cash, if your sponsor is giving you cash, you tick cash. If it's accommodation, accommodation provided, all expenses covered during the stay, prepaid transport, others. If you have other means, if they are giving you like other means that is not stated here, you tick others and specify. Okay, all right. So number 34, personal data of the family member who is an EU citizen. Okay, here they want to know if you have any family member that lives in any of the Schengen region or is a citizen. If you do, then write the person's surname here, the person's first name, his or her date of birth, his nationality, and number of travel documents or ID number, ID card. So you write the person's details in this place. Okay. Number 35, family relationship with an EU citizen. Okay, here they want to know your family relationship with the person. That's the person you're talking about from number 34. They want to know your relationship with the person. If it's a spouse, child, grandchild, dependent, you state it here. Number 36, place and date. Here you write the place you did your application. If it's at Abuja, you write Abuja and you write the date. If it's in Lagos, you write Lagos and write the date. And number 37, signature. Okay, here you sign your signature. And for minors, Okay, for minors, they would need the signature of parental authority or legal guardian. All right, and this part is basically a declaration. Yes. Okay, and here is the final part, place and date. Once you're done going through the declaration, then here you also repeat the same thing you wrote in number 37, the place number 36. You write the place you did your application and the date, and also sign here. And that is it.
You see, that wasn't hard at all. No agents and no money wasted. Now, before you submit your application, go through your answers and double check again for mistakes. And also make sure your passports and other documents match the form. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then smash that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Ciao!